Hello everybody, I am the founder and welcome to my video. In this video you will be watching a team deathmatch on Fallen with the G36C Silence running the Specialist package. But the things that I want to talk about in this video, well actually I have a multitude of things, but the first thing that I want to talk about is I'm going to be starting a new series called What Makes, in which I will cover what makes a camper, what makes an overpowered weapon, what makes a good game, a good map, etc., etc. In this video, I'll be covering the what makes a camper part, among other things not related to the what makes series. So in my last video, I talked about campers and their effect on the community, but then I was talking about the sit in a corner and wait definition in my last video, and I feel like the portion of the community that camps goes beyond people who sit in a corner and wait, because for me, somebody who camps is not only somebody who sits in a corner and wait. God, I've said that like 20 times and already. Anyways, the other part for me to campers is what I call building campers, or camper 2.0. These are the guys that will pick a building and then stay in that building for the entirety of the game until they die. And then when they die, they go back to the same building. I would still consider that camping, like no matter how big the building is. And I know a lot of people probably don't consider that camping, or a lot of people might not realize that that's camping. Like they might consider it camping, but they don't really realize it's happening. And that's because these people, they'll move around a lot within the building. Like Array in Black Ops, that snow map with the big roundhouse in the middle. A lot of people like to camp in that roundhouse. I didn't really see that as a big complaint among the community about people camping in the roundhouse. People would complain about people camping in certain spots, but whenever somebody would use all the spots within the building at different times, then people didn't really seem to notice. And I think that's because a lot of times people will, when they're killed by these building campers, they either get killed in a different spot, or they're killed while whoever it is moving to his next spot. And because they're in different spots, or he's moving, that's not going to make you think, oh wow, he must be camping. I mean, why would you? You're not going to think somebody's camping when you're killed when they're moving, or if you're killed by the same person in two separate spots. But then if you stick around, that's when you start to realize that he's staying in the building and just switching in between 2 or 3 spots, and then you're like, okay, yeah, you're still camping. And I mean, the main problem, I guess, that I have with campers is that they give the community a bad name. Because, I mean, campers don't really make up that very large a portion of the community. They're definitely there, and you'll find them rather often, but I mean, in a game where you do have campers, you might have 1 or 2 among a game of 12. So that's like 1/6, and it doesn't happen every game. So I mean, campers don't really take up that big a portion of the community, but they get a lot of attention from people who aren't in the Call of Duty community, i.e. Battlefield fanboys, who then want to, I guess, discredit the Call of Duty name. I mean, they're not like going out there and be like, yes, I'm going to turn everybody against Call of Duty today. I mean, no, but like they're trying to prove a point, thinking that their game is better, which admittedly in some respects it is, but they'll attack the community as that's like their big point, that their community is better because we have campers, but they're only talking about a small portion of the community. And like, so these campers, they give us a bad name among other gamers, and really all that they're trying to do is get their KD artificially high so that they can brag to their friends about it. And to the campers, I understand the game isn't fun if you're not doing well. I've been there. When I got Modern Warfare 2 and when I got World at War, I sucked. I was horrible. I mean horrible. So, and the game really wasn't that fun until Black Ops came around. I killed it in Black Ops, not to sound conceited, which I know sound incredibly conceited. But, I mean, I was much better a player in Black Ops, and I enjoyed the game much more than I did Modern Warfare 2 or World at War. So for some of the campers who might want to get better, although I'm not exactly a pro or stellar player, I would like to think that I'm pretty decent, so I'm going to try to give some strategy tips in this video. One of the things that I do in a lot of my games is that I'll stick to the outer edges of the map, because then you have like a flank and a half less to worry about. I say flank and a half because you're not going to have anybody on the outside of the map if you are the outside of the map. You're not going to have anybody like come literally from outside the map to attack you unless they're glitching. And nobody's going to come from behind if you keep up a good pace around the map, because if you keep a good pace going around the map, then they're going to have trouble catching up to you. So really all you have to worry about is your front and your side, or the inside of the map anyways. So, you avoid being attacked from all sides as you would in the center. And when I talk about the center, you want to avoid the center at all costs, because you will die a lot. And this is a mistake that I see a lot of people make right now. So, if you want to get better, I would suggest, for a while at least, sticking to the edges more than anything else. So the third thing I want to talk about in this video is rage quitting. I'll admit it, I rage quit a lot. And, quite honestly, I just can't see anything wrong with it. I know a lot of people complain about it, and it's a big issue in the community and everything. But the thing that I have a problem with in terms of rage quitting is when the developers try to punish the rage quitters. Because the way that they go about it, they normally end up punishing those with poor connection more than they punish the rage quitters. Like, let's put it this way. When I'm in a game and I'm doing really well and a bunch of people rage quit, I take that as a compliment, that they think I'm just so fucking good that they want to leave my destructive virtual presence while sacrificing their match bonus. And I understand that match bonuses are a form of punishment for rage quitters, but I mean, that one I don't mind as much, because if someone has a poor connection, they can gain that XP back in a couple of minutes. But, like with rage quitters, how they want to play the game and who they want to play it with is their business. I don't really see that many negative effects of rage quitters in relation to the people who they just quit the match from. Especially considering the game servers could fill the spot nearly instantly. So, next time you're in a match and someone rage quits, don't be mad. Laugh at them. I think we are coming semi-close to the end of the video. So if you liked it, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and tell me why in the comments. I'd really like to improve my commentating skills. So I think that's about it. If anybody has a suggestion for a video, just go ahead and tell me, and I'll try to fit it in there and see what I can do. Alright, until next time.